Hi everyone, welcome back to FSX as we take the WWII B-17 Mary Alice to her final destination, which will be Duxford. We're currently sitting at Prestwick Airport, which is Echo Golf Papa Kilo, and as I said, we'll be flying to Duxford Imperial War Museum, which is Echo Golf Sierra Uniform. It's early morning, it's a bit overcast today, so yeah, let's hop on in and get this beautiful aircraft up in the air. Okay, so as always, we'll follow our checklists and see what we're doing. So check weight, fuels and the such. So yes, I think we've got plenty of fuel in there. Oops. We'll just add fuel to engine 1. We're not going too far today, so we can fill those up. Empty these down, actually, we don't need these. Oil is looking okay. Hydraulic fluid and glycos are looking okay. Fine, done. Okay, set parking brakes, done. Flaps and gear in neutral, yes. Check freedom of controls. Okay, so let's pull that pin. So that gives us full left and full right. We don't have so let's put that down, and now we have full. Okay, so we got full left, full right, full back, full forward, rudder left, rudder right, neutral. Fantastic. Check each battery with the inverter on. So switch the inverter on. There's the thing in there. So if we switch battery 1, looks okay. 2, yeah. 3 is a bit down, isn't it? So let's switch the batteries on. Turn on the 3 master battery switches. Done. Start the APU, which we will do. Let's get the APU going. Check the hydraulic pressure, which is currently set to 0. So if we swap over here, as you hear the moped, that is the APU start up. We're going to pump some hydraulic pressure. If we get up to 200, then you will find
power's coming online.
Thank you, right race. Then you'll find that the pump will kick in, but this should take a lot of the strain off by doing this. There we go. There's the pump kicking in, and that'll push it all the way up to about 800, which is fine. Open the cutoff switches on all engines. Done. Carb cleaner to on. Done. Cabin heats. Let's put it to mildly. Cabin temperature's okay at the moment anyway, so we're not going to worry about that. Master ignition on. Intercoolers to cold. Magnetos to both. Boost pressure on. Or fuel boost on, I say. Sorry, read that wrong. We'll do engine 3 because we always start. Should we do engine 1? We'll start with engine 1 today, I think. Fuel to auto rich. Do a quick check, make sure the fuel pressure has gone up. Yep, that's fine. Turbo set to 0, correct. Cowl flaps open. Beautiful. And locked. Propeller okay. Let's crack the throttles. Set fire extinguisher to engine 1. select start. Okay, so we'll wait for the call.
Clear prop.
Meshing. Okay. What we forgot to do there, let's just switch that off. We didn't prime it. We didn't prime it, did we? So engine one. Let's get some priming
Sir,
there.
we need fuel pressure in our number 3 engine for a primer to work.
Oh, okay. See, it's good that they give you these little bits of advice as well. There we go, so hopefully that should work now. Right, let's try this again. Touch.
Clear prop.
Meshing.
Engine 1, starting.
And there she goes.
Oil pressure is coming up.
Great. So let's do engine 2. So engine 2 cowl flaps open. Fuel to auto rich. That's warming up nicely. Engine 2, okay, grand. Lock cowl flaps, boost on, start.
Clear prop.
Okay, meshing. Engine 2's the one we've had a few
Engine
issues
2
with,
is
but
starting up.
she's fine. Fantastic. Right,
Oil pressure is coming up.
engine 3, cowl flaps open, booster pumps already on, switch the fuel over, oh, sorry, the fire extinguisher over. Let's just give it a couple of primes into engine 3. Cowl flaps are opened, locked, engine 3 start.
Clear prop.
Meshing.
Engine 3 starting. Oil pressure is coming up.
Okay. Sorry about that, I was having a bit of a coughing fit. Engine 4. Cowl flaps open. Fuel booster on. Open and lock. Fire extinguisher to 4. Start.
Clear prop.
Meshing.
Engine 4 starting.
Excellent. Okay.
Oil pressure is rising.
Let's switch the generators on. And the APU off.
Yes, sir.
Just sit here a while and warm up the engines, wait for all temperatures to come up to the correct threshold. Right, let's see if we can get some permission to take off.
Crestwood ground, Boeing, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, Romeo, Sierra, with Golf. Request taxi for takeoff, south, departure. Boeing, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, Romeo, Sierra, taxi to and hold short of runway 31 using taxiway Tango, Mike, Romeo, runway 3, contact tower on 121.8 when ready.
Okie dokie, let's
Taxi,
roll.
hold short, runway 31, using taxiway Tango, Mike, Romeo, runway 3, Boeing, Delta, Romeo, Sierra.
So we taxied from those white buildings over there, just coming down here to the end of the runway, and we should be able to seek clearance to depart. We'll be departing south, obviously, from Scotland down to the southeast of England. In Cambridgeshire is our final destination.
Crestwood Tower, Boeing, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, Romeo, Sierra, ready at runway 31, departure to the south. Boeing, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, Romeo, Sierra, cleared for takeoff, runway 31, south, departure, approved. Cleared for takeoff,
Okay, here we
runway
go.
31, Boeing, Delta, Romeo, Sierra.
Just want to straighten up a wee bit. Lock the tail wheel. Right, let's start rolling in the power. Up she goes.
120.
Landing it. Hopefully they'll come up this time.
130.
Sounds good. Our hydraulic pressure has dropped considerably though.
The tail wheel is up. Both main wheels are confirmed up.
Fantastic. No, it does sound like there's a little bit of air coming in there. So what we'll just do is switch our headphones on. Fantastic. And let's start our climb. So we're currently heading...
Boeing Delta Romeo
hang on 2
Sierra,
seconds.
you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Let's acknowledge the departure. Right, so we're currently heading about 305. So we'll be heading that away, that's south. So we'll start making a turn now. We've climbed over 1,000 feet, so we can start to look to put the autopilot on as our navigation. So if we put the autopilot, let's go. And we're going to be climbing up to today's cruising altitude will be 15,000 feet. So let's stick the autopilot on and the ultimate hold, and we will set heading, and we will be cruising to about 150 for now. Cool. So we're up on this murky morning out of Prestwick. Welcome to England, boys. This is pretty much, well, this is technically Scotland, but welcome to the UK, boys. This is technically British weather all over. Get used to those cold, damp mornings. Not quite the mornings they're used to if they're from the warmest sides of the states. But yeah, looking gorgeous either way. So we've also got an oil pressure warning light, which is not great either. Now, do we have any crew? Cabin is a little warm apparently. Okay, we'll cool it down a bit. Nothing really mentioned from a crew point of view, so the engineer hasn't mentioned that there's a problem, so we'll go with that. Let's just try the pump. No, that pump is dead. She has finally gone. She has kicked the bucket. She is a past tense pump. Okay. That means I'm going to have to do a lot of manual pumping. I don't know why that made me laugh. But yeah, I'll as we cruise up to our cruising altitude, climb up to our cruising altitude, should I say? I'll furiously start pumping on the hand lever to see if we can get it back up to about 800 psi. Oh joy! I should have just got it replaced, but hey ho. I was trying to do things on the cheap. Okay, I'll see you in a few seconds. Or you could have just got the engineer to replace the hydraulic pump. But he did say just keep an eye on it, and we should have known. Boom, okay, we're in the green. Woof! That has been quite the pumping action. But as you can see, we've climbed out of that murk. And it's actually quite a nice day. Currently coming up past 6,000 feet. Our heading is not exactly where we want it. Okie dokie. The autopilot keeps switching off for some bizarre reason. I'm not sure why. But there we go. We got the pressure warning light. Emergency systems has gone out. We got a. What is that? Looks like the Rock of Gibraltar, but it isn't clearly because we're we're on the Scottish-English border up here. But yeah, that's quite good. Okay, so we're making more of a turn now. We're heading, currently just coming past 180. So that's obviously due south. And then we'll be heading across the Midlands down into East Anglia. Fantastic. Bomber counties. East Anglia is pretty much, well, and Lincolnshire, of course. Lincolnshire was classed as bomber county for the RAF.
We're stalling.
We're stalling. Okay, let's reduce. Nose forward a bit.
Captain, nice recovery.
You're welcome. We'll keep an eye on that. It's climbing a little bit too sharpish. There we go, and we'll just start to increase that. About 400, have a gentle climb. There we go. So yeah, our speed is now in check. Things are going great. Engines are purring along, fantastic. Cool. Coming past 7,000 feet. Once we hit 8,000, we'll switch the old filter onto ram cooling, as we do, and then we'll start our cruise phase. Obviously, our cruise is actually at 15,000, but we'll enter it on the video anyway, and we'll play some music, get some pretties, and all sit back and enjoy ourselves. Look at that. Beautiful. You can tell the new Rex soft clouds that I've installed look amazing. This gives you that kind of softer, volumetric look to them rather than just like a pixel or a sprite sort of rotating in the air. Amazing. Sun's up. Lovely. It's as you can see, it's just gone 8:30 in the morning. So hopefully it shouldn't take us too long to get down to Cambridge. A couple of hours maybe in this whole thing. We're averaging what, 130 miles an hour. So no, it shouldn't take us that long, should it? Should be less than 2 hours. So it's quite a nice short flight for a change. Obviously we got to keep an eye on hydraulic pressure. We do know that it looks like the pump has perished, but yes, it's one of those things. We will cope. Right, we're coming past 8,000 feet, so let's switch over. We'll shift across the co-pilot seats. I think that's the Isle of Man there. If I got my thing on. Yep, so that should be Ireland over there. And down there is God's country, Wales. Okay, the cooling has gone green. Fantastic. Cool. Right, I will leave you there. We'll go into cruise mode, even though we're not quite at cruise altitude. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's just get the guys into their turrets.
Yes, Captain.
Stick the oxygen masks on. Oh, hang on. We don't need to do that till 10,000 feet. I got a bit excited there. Cabin temperature is cool, so let's warm it up a bit. Let's turn the electric flight suits up a wee bit. We're not going 30,000 feet, so we don't need it all the way up, but we might as well stay cozy and enjoy our flight nice and comfortable on our flight down to Cambridgeshire. So yeah, I will see you back here in a few minutes.
runway 6. Taxiway Alpha.
Okay, here we are. Let's follow the road in, and there is runway 6. Right, we're trying to keep the speed down. We've got some gusty winds. I think there's a storm brewing,
140.
and it's really difficult to try and keep the aircraft speed down. So we're going to try and keep it at about 140. Let's do some flaps. Oh, brilliant. Just try and coast in like this. Slow it down as much as we can. A bit more flap actually. Let's go full flap. Yep, you can see the lightning.
Flaps down.
The lightning in the distance.
130.
Oh, you can hear the thunder as well. Oh, it's going to be a storm over Cambridgeshire this evening. Okay, we are actually managed to bleed the speed off really well that time, but just need to clear these trees, and we should be welcome everyone to Imperial War Museum, Duxford. Oh, need to trim these trees a wee bit. Okay, so in those hangars over there, they are the maintenance hangars, all the stuff you don't get to see. That's hangar 1, where you got the Lancaster, you've got the all the big stuff. Concorde being one, which is a nice one indeed. Okay, here we are coming along the apron. You can see a Hurricane mark line up there. Got a, is that a Mark 10 Spitfire as well? Beautiful. Look at all these Spitfires, and they do a Battle of Britain display here, where they do all the Spitfires and Hurricanes scrambling. 19, I think, in total they get. A couple of Mustangs as well. We got a Catalina flying boat. Wonderful. There's the cafe. I'd say if you're ever in Cambridge, come down and check this out if you like your vintage aircraft and tanks. And the display at the end, they've got a huge land warfare display as well, which is amazing. And there she is, Sally B, the only flying B-17 left in Europe. And if we come to this side of her, you'll see the other side of her nose is painted with Memphis Belle. She was one of the aircraft to film the 1990 movie Memphis Belle. She was basically the aircraft they use for all the special effects, pyrotechnics, and that kind of thing. Yeah, we got some of the really old vintage hangars over there, which they do a lot of the rebuilding and refurbishment of the aircraft to bring them back into flying condition. We have obviously the control tower, and then we've got the Classic Wings. There's a Classics Wing company here, which you can go up flights and learn to fly in Tiger Moths. You can go up in that de Havilland there, and you can also go up in a Spitfire if you really got the money and you can afford to pay. You got some old airliners, fantastic, and I think we'll probably come up against these DC-3s. I'll tell you what, let's park her in front of the American War Museum display, which is this big dome here. Brilliant. So let's cut the fuel. And be thankful we have made it safely in one piece to Duxford Imperial War Museum. And literally, in front, that image there is this aircraft. It's not a reflection, that is actually where Mary Alice is situated. And you see she's got a big B-29 next to her. She's got a Mitchell up there. Fantastic. DC-3 up there. Blackbird is there, which you can't quite see. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. If you ever get the chance, as I say, check it out. You'll not be disappointed. Right, here we are. That means we've made it. We've made it to Duxford, Cambridgeshire, and this is where our journey ends. So thank you ever so much for coming along with me on this journey across the North Atlantic. And just over there we have the Land Warfare Museum. Brilliant. Well worth the visit. There you go. Not only am I advertising Duxford Imperial War Museum, I'm also advertising A2A's beautiful simulated B-17G. Fantastic aircraft, fantastic simulator, and I have absolutely enjoyed flying this aircraft and enjoying this simulator. So thanks ever so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. As I say, if you're interested in B-17 the Mighty Eighth, keep an eye out for that video coming out soon. And until then, I shall see you later.